It's 25 past 12 on Wednesday. I'm just walking away from my office down into town, down towards the railway station actually, because we've got a little lunch at a restaurant called Soulanais for some Water at Leeds people. So we're just doing that. At least there's not thick fog here, which it is in some places, very, very thick fog. It's gloomy, but it's not as oppressive as a thick fog. This is the sports centre, the edge here, and the swimming pool is in there. And we're going to head down into town. That's the multi-storey car park there, where I parked the car. There is a strike on today, so a few less cars than normal, I think. Lots of the offices in geography were empty. The heating in my office was not working. There's like leaks and all sorts of things happening all over the shop. But I managed to get an oil heater from one of the offices downstairs, because they weren't in, and plugged that in for a bit. It was all right. So it's like this misty stuff and foggy stuff and what have you. It's quite cool actually, and there's no relief from it. There's no sunlight or anything coming in any buildings. As I say, it's not as bad as the thick fog that you get elsewhere. So ahead of us now, this is the hospital power station, the power complex of the hospital. That's the kind of hospital in there, and it runs all along the back here. This is the car park for the hospital here as well. And then these flats here are all part of accommodation for Leeds Beckett University, which used to be called Leeds Metropolitan University, of which there's various parts of it in this area here. And then down here we've got the council offices there, with the white building with the towers and the golden clock. It's Leeds Council there. And accident and emergency is just down this bit, and this is a bit where they knocked it down to make a new children's hospital here, but they're going very slow. It seems to have been they leveled the ground or whatever, just knocked down what was there. There's no construction work happening. It's sort of like, I don't know what's going on, what the delay is. There's nothing happening inside whatsoever. It's just been demolished, and then for months it's just been empty. There's a little Tesco Express here with a lot of vans and ambulances and stuff go and get their sandwiches from. Just there. So we're heading down now, and of course this ice rink thing and the little food stalls and what have you is opened up now. And what it is, it's replacing the German market, which can't come because of Brexit. The paperwork and difficulties are too much for them to bother. So every year they used to come over from Germany with the little wooden stalls and all that and sell their produce. And then it stopped with the pandemic, and then this year they said, well, not coming. It's just the paperwork, bureaucracy, admin of trying to come from Europe to sell some stuff here and little market stalls is too much, not bothering with it. So Leeds City Council have had to do this alternative thing, which is their own version of it, which is a sort of ice rink and a few little stalls selling beer and whatever they're selling. So we might walk through it. I'll see if I can walk through it, although where I'm going is straight down, but I might walk through it anyway just to show you, or have a look, see what's happening with it down there. Shouldn't take very long for me to get down to the bottom, as I say. This is a funny junction. You've got to be very careful, because the cars come up there and around, and then sometimes it's like other cars have stopped and you think it's okay, but they're coming that way. You've got to be careful at this junction. So this is all part of the hospital here as well. So I think we can go to the middle now, but then other cars start coming, so that's why it's dangerous. So yeah. Alright, so across. So you go straight down there, you come to one end of the station. But you can cut across the next road and go straight down the other end of the station. It's like two entrances to the station down there. But all this is the hospital complexes of different ages, different buildings. And then what you've got there is like a couple of restaurants, and then behind it with the clock tower there, the dome, and that older building, that's the the concert hall, basically, the Leeds concert hall in there. Big venue, old place, auditorium and all that, the old seats. It's there. So yeah, you can have a look, see what's going on. This is Millennium Square. We'll have a look, see if we can get in and what's happening with it. And see what's going on. Yeah, so we've got these little stalls, look, trying to replicate the German thing. So that says German beer, but I mean, I don't know why they're bothering with that. That's like a beer stall. Again, this is the English version of German sausages, bratwurst and all that. It's very, very expensive, I imagine. There's another bar down there, or whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Waffles, Cheerios. So the previous German market, what it had was stalls selling not food, but like little ornaments and Christmas gifts and all that sort of stuff. But it appears that what they've done here is like a little food area, a stupid amusement area that nobody's going on, and then I think there's an ice rink here as well. I'll have a look. Yeah, more food. Yorkshire Pudding Wrap Company, look at that. So they must be putting like meat in a Yorkshire pudding. The prices are £7 for the noodles. Look, that's like a Chinese one. That's like sweets and things. Fried pizza. Another fun fair thing. So something on fire there, look. There's nobody looking at it. What's that about? It's just a fire pit. Toasted marshmallows. That one. Toasted marshmallows, yeah, that's the thing there. Cheeses. More fun fair stuff. Yeah, so it's just like a fun fair thing. That's the ice rink there. Somebody skating around. Sit there. And then little rides. That's what's going on here. £10 to get a photograph inside of that. You know, what's that about? Incredible expensive. Right, I'm going to go down to the restaurant now. This is the museum here, Leeds City Museum. I'm on the wrong street now for going down. I might have to cut back. I just got to show you this. Have a look round. I don't need to get to the restaurant for 12:30. It's just meeting time. I can get there a few minutes late. Doesn't really matter. So there's the kids outside the museum. School trips. And then we head down here, and this is. I don't know if it's deconstruction or construction. I think they're deconstructing whatever that is. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. So we'll head down here, and then you come to the cathedral, St Anne's Cathedral there, behind all the scaffolding in this bit. I think they must be renovating this and turning it into accommodation or something like that. So that's St Anne's Cathedral there. And on this street they've now pedestrianised the bottom half of it. See they've put like another carousel thing, fun fair thing there, like a horse carousel thing. So we'll head down. So this is outside the light, and there's some shops and restaurants and things, and a cinema in there. That's the cathedral. There's also a hotel, the Radisson Hotel there as well. So yeah, more fairground rides here, look. So I've got like a cycle lane through here, but it used to be cars could come up and down this, but they've pedestrianised most of it, apart from cyclists. More rides here, look. I don't know what that's all about. And it looks like another bar thing down there with a fire pit in it, and that wigwam thing there. Drinking chocolate with brandy or Baileys. Yeah. Right, yeah. Okay. Alright, here we go. So on the last bit now, heading down towards the station. As I say, this one comes out of the kind of front entrance to the station down here, whereas the other street I would have normally gone down would have come out at the sort of side entrance. Yeah, you can see the fantastic architecture on some of these buildings, and then there's a hodgepodge of ones. I mean, that's like that sort of brick and stone, and then here's a fantastic one with amazing features on the stonework on the outside of it here, this one. And then next to it it's like a glass thing just inserted in the gap. Yeah. That one's the Witherspoons there, picking up on that building. So it doesn't take long to walk down to the station. When I'm there, you know, where that white building is there, that's Queen's Hotel, and the station's just like in there basically. Lots of restaurants. Just wouldn't fancy sitting out. It's a bit cool today. There's restaurants down there. Okay. There's plenty of people about anyway. Down here. So these are not the main shopping streets or anything. This is more like a sort of finance quarter and things down here. And like restaurants and stuff. The main shopping streets are kind of up that way to the left, where people are coming from. Up there, you can see it's a bit busier up that way. Okay. So we're coming out towards the bottom now. And they're doing lots of work down here, I think, to pedestrianise this area down at the bottom. I don't know if buses will still be allowed or not, but we'll see. So it's funny, amongst all these tower blocks and all that, there's a little church just in there. Alright, so we're coming down the bottom now. This is where people come out when the train station, come out to this square. And as I say, there's lots of works going on to reorientate the road layouts and all that around here. I think I need to be here somewhere. I'm not quite sure where I need to be. So I'm going to go and check out up here to find out where this restaurant is. Yeah, I think it might be the next street along. So this used to be a big post office here, now it's a big restaurant. Area here, and they put some stuff outside. It's a big plant pot for a Christmas tree, isn't it, that one? Lights are not on though for some reason. Seems like the pot is too big for the tree. If you look at the scale of it, the size of the pot it's in seems out of proportion. Anyway, I think this is now the station here. That's like the back entrance there. And of course, the other street I would have come down here. From main entrances up that way. I'll have a look up here, see if I'm meant to be up this one. I'm not quite sure. So the battery ran out on the phone just as I got to the restaurant, but everything was fine. Now home.
I was so close to 10,000.
But just to note that the restaurant was like down in a little corner, hidden underneath one of those buildings I was passing on Quebec Street. And it's fine, it's a French restaurant. There was 7 of us at the meal. 2 people couldn't make it.
What did you get? For mine was soccer, mom too.
Chicken chips?